What's up, AMG? So here we are, day 2 in the expansion challenge. And yesterday we established what I would consider that breakthrough moment. Okay. That moment of validation to where, that first override commission is earned when the work, the time, the energy, the effort, the things that are required to get someone started and to help them go accomplish a goal of issuing business, you would receive an override for your service in helping someone get started and make profit. So that's one person. That's the breakthrough when you validate that it's real. And if it can be done once, it can be done 10 times, 100 times, 1,000 times, 100,000 times, right? So here's what's crazy. Remember, the goal this week is we're going to get one new person in your organization. All right. We might mess that up and get a whole bunch more, but the goal, the target is one new person. So I have no idea what that means to your business. Is that an extra $100,000 a year to you? Could be. Is it $10,000 a year? Could be. Like we have no idea. But for some people, it could literally mean a fortune, right? So keeping that in context, I know I can't tell you what that one person means, but I know that one person is like unlocking a door, okay? And it's a whole new world of possibility. It's removing those limiting beliefs, and it's validating that if I work this, just like we do in personal production, if I work this, then there's possibility, there's plausibility, there's a track record that justifies this is within reach, okay? So if we can get one person and help them reach their potential, guys, it's so rewarding to know all the people's lives that I've had a positive impact in, and the friendships and the relationships over a decade long now in this industry. I can't put a price on that, okay? But there is revenue to be made, and we are all in business to make money, all right? But we again will never treat this transactional. This is all about building relationships. Andy Albright told me one of the most impactful things he's ever told me, that he told me almost immediately when I first met him. He said, relationships build dynasties. And that's what he's been able to accomplish over the last 20 years with this business and 10 years prior. Some of those relationships carried over from his first experience in entrepreneurship to today. And, just had the privilege of hanging out with my good friend Adam Katz, whose 30-year track record with Andy Albright is a testament to relationships build dynasties, okay? So in that context, we're going to unlock this door. We're going to make, it a scenario or a situation to where when you've got someone that you can get started in this business, not only can you change their lives, but you change your own. Because when you bring someone on, your whole mindset shifts, and the game changes completely. Because now you, as we talked about yesterday, you have accountability. You have a level of leadership to begin to enter into. Now, you don't have to have it all figured out. By no means should you, but you do have an ethical obligation to them, a responsibility, a duty, so that you continue to work and grow and improve and be of value and service to others, okay? It is all about a 360 win. It is all about reciprocal relationships, and it's all about working together to accomplish something significant, okay? So I want to go ahead and say this, right? Some of you might be asking yourselves, based on past experiences, and I don't want to ignore those. You might be asking yourself, I've been through the doubt and the pain and the fear, and I've asked, is this real, or is this legitimate, right? So all I can share is my experience, right? We all have our own experiences, but going on this journey, seeing through your own experiences is one way to validate something. But beyond that, when you look at the track record, when you look at what we've accomplished, when you look at the thousands of people who will be in Reno, Nevada, okay, you can't say, is it real, and validate that question in any other context than it is real. Does it work? It does work. The question you're asking truly isn't, does it work? You're asking, will it work for me? Will it work for me? That is a valid question. Not does it work, but will it work for me? And the answer is the adult answer. It will work for you if you work it. If you do like we do on the Tuesday night calls and you commit to personal development and you commit to actions that will move you forward consistently, it will work for you. So, this whole too good to be true, whatever, we all know that's nonsense, because in this group, we know there are people who are making, part-time $75,000 to, $200,000 a year. We know in this group, we have full-time people who are making, $100,000 to, $500,000 a year. All right. And we know that in this organization and in this industry can produce the highest paid professionals, period. This model that we have within the alliance that we're blessed to be a part of with the AMG group is hands down the best opportunity to build a network and to build a business and to go partner with Integrity Marketing Group. And I can get into that on different calls, but I can tell you this, I can mathematically, logically show you why no one else really even comes close to a value proposition that we have. So if you're not convinced already, let's have a personal conversation. You've got my information in the WhatsApp, but let's make that happen. But here's what I want to tell you. All right. No matter how this business has been presented to you, no matter how you got involved with us, no matter where you are in your entrepreneurial journey with us, okay, this industry, this business, while nothing's perfect, while nothing is ever going to be flawless, there is nothing better for an entrepreneur than what we can offer them. From a business model, from having a low barrier of entry to the highest potential rewards for time, energy, and effort invested, I can't find anything else out there that produces at this level. And if you guys can, please show it to me. But I have yet to find it, and I've looked to see what all is out there. I'm a student of business. I'm a student of success. I'm a student of people. And I'm telling you right now, you want to go try something else? You want to go do something else? God bless you. I want you to be happy in your pursuits. But if the question of your success ultimately always comes down to, did you do what is required of you? I could tell you, doing what is required of you here, there's hands down nothing that compares to the power of what we have our hands on. So with that being said, 20-year track record, multi-billion-dollar partnerships, multi-billion-dollar insurance carriers, unlimited success stories. That's what we're dealing with. That's what we're working with. I don't know how to be more excited about that. I know I can't sleep, and I know I get up early. Okay, so I just want to see people succeed. I just want to see people win. So what we're here to do this week with this challenge is to teach you simple, practical, principle-based things you can do day in, day out, week in, week out to build and scale and grow your business, okay, to empower you. And we're specifically this week talking about in terms of recruiting. Obviously, we sell, we recruit, we build, we expand. We're talking about recruiting, where most people have a pain point where they don't know how to effectively recruit. But you have to understand, recruiting is simply conversations. Everything in business and in life is just another conversation. It's just a different context. So we want to make sure that you know that you are empowered, that you have a skill with people, that you can have authentic conversations, not weird conversations. You know, we're not hunting people down. We're not trying to go and get a kill. We're not trying to go and stalk somebody into joining our business. Okay, that would be weird. We just want honest, authentic, real conversations that allow someone to be open-minded to the value that we could offer them. Okay, so here's the challenge. I want you to think about how many conversations you can start, not finish, not complete, start. How many conversations can you start today? All right, so this is where the challenge really kicks off. How many conversations can you start today? Can you start 10? Can you start 25? Can you start 50? Maybe 100, all right? Imagine this. Just suspend reality for a moment and use your ability to imagine, okay, that creative mind. Imagine you were getting paid $100 per conversation you started. You make $1,000? Would you make $2,500 today for starting these conversations? Would you make $5,000? Would you make $10,000? Okay, would you make more? All right, like there's no limit. That's the beauty of being a human being. There are no limits to what we can do or create if only we think and take appropriate action. So if you got paid $100 per conversation you started, and we would help you start those conversations. But if you just start those conversations, $100, what would you want to make today? What would you want? Would you want $1,000? Would you want $2,500? Would you want $5,000? Okay. So the challenge is this: small, medium, or large, or extra large. I don't care. But over the next 24 hours, can you send 10 text messages or direct messages or Facebook messages, whatever platforms that are available to engage with your warm market? Could you send 10 messages? Could you send 25? Could you send 50? Could you be wild and crazy and send 100? Okay. The question you have to ask yourself is, how do I have an authentic conversation? Because I know I'm asking you to determine how many you could do. I don't need you to have it all figured out. I need you to set a target. It's the next right thing. And so in this process, I'm saying set a target and trust that will introduce you to the skills to have that conversation, how to start that conversation, but set the target. Is it 10? Is it 25? Is it 50? Are you going for more? Right? Is it small, medium, large, or extra large? You're in charge. You get to decide what your target is. And if it's 10, be fired up about 10. If it's not insignificant, because it's more than you probably did yesterday, let alone last week, possibly last month. Okay? So set the target. We'll equip you with the skill, but you have to figure out how many people you're going to get in touch with to start a natural conversation, a non-weird conversation, an authentic conversation. Okay? So set your target, and then I want you to, as you watch this video in our WhatsApp group, I want you to post in that group, I accept the challenge, 10. I accept the challenge, 25. I accept the challenge, 50. I accept the challenge 100. I accept the challenge 100. Whatever your number is, okay? I accept the challenge 10, 25, okay? So you got to comment in the WhatsApp group because we're going to hold each other accountable because we're working this together to expand. It's not just one person's efforts. It's going to be a collective group dynamic. And when you see what we have prepared, you're going to be fired up out of your mind. You're going to absolutely realize how low this barrier of entry is for you to begin to build and scale a business through recruiting, okay? So by the time we release the next video for tomorrow, you need to have committed to that in the group, all right? You need to have committed to that in the group. And remember, the goal is, okay, the target is the conversations, but the goal we set out yesterday was to add one new person to your business. Just one. Just one. So if you could just trust that over the course of this 7-day challenge that we could effectively do that with your participation, then know that we are going to do everything to accomplish that goal for you. And I'm just super excited. Like I said yesterday, I think you're going to have fun with this. I think it's going to be a great experience for you, and it's going to become natural. And yes, there's effort involved, but I mean, guys, this is not hard work. It's actually, a lot of fun, right? Like when me and Andy are talking about conversations, or me and Brandon are talking, or me and Mike Hilla are talking, we're having fun building this business. We love cutting up with people. We love the natural, effortless flow of the relationship because it should be fun. Okay, so we're gonna introduce this to you guys, but let me check here real quick. Don't want to miss anything. I wrote notes down, which is not normally how I roll, but I want to make sure I cover everything. Okay, so when we come back tomorrow in the group, you need to have said, I accept the challenge, small, medium, large, or 10, 25, 50. If you're going beyond extra large, 100, all right? All you got to figure out is we're going for one new person this week. However, the more you increase your chances to expose someone to what we're doing, the more likely you are going to hit your target and blow past your target this week, okay? So we will teach you how to take all of these conversations, all 10 of them, 25 of them, 50, 100, 150, if you're crazy, 250, I don't care. We will teach you how to turn all of those conversations into productive conversations, meaningful conversations that produce results, all right? So comment in the group chat. We want you guys to understand the goal is to create better friendships, better relationships with people who are already in your sphere of influence, and ultimately, we want to get these people supporting you. And we're going to teach you how to do that. But we're going to get them to possibly become customers, all right? Possibly join your business. But we're going to build healthy relationships with those in our sphere of influence. We're going to teach you how to be stewards of what has been given to you in terms of those that you've been blessed to have in your life so that we can be of value to them. That's the target. That's the goal. We are people who are of value. That's where we're at, and that is our life's mission. That is our mission and our vision. Those are our values, to be meaningful specifics to people. So, maybe you're brand new and this is the first time you've ever, what I would call, launched your business in some way like we're about to do over this week. But maybe you've already been in business for a while, and maybe you've already had success, or maybe, just maybe, you're Brandon Manley and you're the one who started the Alliance Millionaire Group. It's the healthiest thing you could ever do in your career is that you relaunch yourself, that you take account for all you've created up to date, and then you say, okay, this is where I, again, using that creative mind, just pretend I have nothing and I'm starting over. I have no success and I'm starting over. What would I do to launch my business? So relaunching your business is possibly the healthiest thing you can do, because you then create in your mind this hunger, desire, drive, urgency to go and expand and do the things once again that got you to where you are. Okay, so this is for everyone. This isn't just for people who haven't been building a business. This is for everyone to participate in. So with that said, that is day 2. That is where we're at. Really, what I want from you guys is your trust. If you would just trust that there's a light at the end of this road, at the end of this tunnel, that there's a reward waiting for those who would choose to participate. So guys, comment in the WhatsApp group, and then pay attention to the WhatsApp group, because I'll be doing updates and sharing resources with you and giving you direction. Okay, but comment in the WhatsApp group if you're going to do 10, 25, 50, 100, whatever it is. But let's use those targets, 10, 25, 50. And if you're crazy to go beyond that, comment that and I'll celebrate with you. All right. But how many people can you start an honest, authentic, non-weird conversation with? And that's what we're going to look to target. Okay. Love you guys. AMG, setting a standard of excellence. Let's go.